Welcome to Soul Infused Summer. I'm so excited. I'm so excited that you're here for my Soul Infused Summer. And today is day one, so we're kicking this off today. And for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be here every day for you, Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m. Eastern time. And if we've not connected yet, my name is Sonia Bueno de la Torre, and I'm here to help you to let go of your limitations, to love and trust yourself so you can shine bright in the world and create the freedom and joy that you want. And I do remember the times when I did not shine. I remember when I didn't love myself, when I didn't trust myself. And I remember after doing some of the things that I did after deciding to do the work, to love myself. I was at a energy module. I discovered that work that changed everything for me. And I remember the day when I was at this 5-day solar plexus module. And solar plexus, for those who don't know, the chakras is an energy center in our system, but don't worry about it. You don't need to know this right now. And it was a very intense 5-day energy work module. And we dove deep and did a lot of things. And I was such a mess. I did not know anything. This is 20 years ago. This is over 20 years ago. I was such a mess. And after 4 days, I remember it was the last day of that module, and I was sitting in the front row. And it was a big group, like a big group. It was group work. The teacher was, talking about something. And I was in the front row sitting, and I was in such discomfort. I was literally freaking out inside. I couldn't bear my own skin. And I was thinking to myself, it's the last day. This is not working for me. I'm never going to get anywhere. I'm never going to love myself. I was literally freaking out. However, I didn't have the confidence or anything back then to communicate, to verbalize or anything. I was caught up in this dark moment, in this dark place. And I remember, because I was sitting there even, like vibrating this energy, the teacher looks at me and says, Sonia, what's going on? And I looked at him like kind of nearly even shaking inside. He's like, I don't know, I think I'm freaking out. And he says, come on. So he put me in front of the group to work with me and to also demonstrate it for the group because it's always valuable. And I remember, back then, I have to laugh about it now because this is everything I do now myself. But back then I had no idea what he was actually doing, right? So I was standing in front of the group and he was asking me some questions. It was just uncomfortable. I was tapping into my pain. I was crying, and then he was also doing something with his hands. And basically what he was doing, he was helping me to shift my energy, helping me to shift my state of being in that moment, walking me through a process, again, that I didn't know back then. But here's the thing and why I'm sharing this with you. At some point, I felt something that I never felt before, and I can even goosebumps when I think about that. I was standing there after being in such a misery and darkness and freaking out inside. I was standing there for the first time in my life. I felt an openness, a spaciousness. I felt present. It's even hard to describe with words. So I invite you to tap into the energy. I felt big, space, open, myself, present. I couldn't find words for it, but it felt so incredible, so spacious, so wide. And in that moment, I knew this is it. This is what I get to continue. And I was hooked. And it was such an incredible experience that even when someone wanted to come close to me, a friend of mine, to basically congratulate me and hug me and celebrate with me, I didn't want to lose that space. So I even said to him, not right now, I want to keep this. Because somehow I knew this wouldn't last as for now, because it was too much for me to work on. And I'm sharing this with you for several reasons. First of all, to demonstrate the power of energy-based inner work, and also to share with you that if I wouldn't have made that decision back then and went to embark on a journey and found that work, I would not be where I am today. And I would not do this for you and with you in order to change maybe your life forever too. Okay, great. So I wanted to share that with you. And I see so many great people here right now live. And I will take a few minutes later to chat with you, to check if you have questions in your comments. So stay tuned. And today I'm going to give you a little bit of an overview. I'm going to talk about the power of energy-based inner work. What is that to begin with? And what does that even mean? There's so many people out there now. They talk about energy. Everywhere is energy and shift your energy and soul. And most people don't know what that actually means. And there's a huge difference between going for a weekend and doing some Reiki or energy work or doing this for 20 years. So I want to help you to understand and to dive deep and to learn how you can shift your energy to make this possible for you too. And in the next 2 weeks, I'm also going to share with you a certain process, a certain 4-step process that I went through and that I, take my clients through, so that you can see also maybe where you are stuck. Because most people that come to me or feel attracted to my work are actually people who've done some work already. So it does not matter if you are here right now today and you said, hey, Sonia, I've done so much already. I've done all of this. And I've tried so much. I know it all. Or if you're just in the super beginning and you know nothing about energy, you are absolutely in the right place. And I invite you, especially if you've done work already, to be open to receive and to let go of the thinking of, oh, I know this already, or I've done this already, because that might be actually the one piece that is keeping you stuck from digging deeper. I hope this makes sense. And before I forget, stay tuned until the very end, because you're also going to get the opportunity to win a special prize. And I'm going to give you the details at the end of the show. So stay until the end. And you're going to have the opportunity to win actually a private one-on-one energy balancing session with me that you cannot even book if you even wanted to. And it's worth $500. So stay in for that. And if you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. So I see more. It looks powerful. Okay, great. Fantastic. So, and of course we have 2 weeks time, and I don't want to overwhelm you, obviously. And so I want to get you started with something that's super important. Maybe it's even the first step of shifting your energy. And what that means, we will talk about that in a little bit. So it always starts with a decision, with a commission, not with a commission. I don't want any commission. With a commitment. It's about a decision, a commitment, and giving yourself permission. So I want to invite you for this journey to give yourself permission to shine bright this summer. And wherever you are in the world, I would be curious, let me know where you are in the world. Most of you might getting into the start of the summer. If you're on the different part of the globe, maybe it's different, but let it be a summer that's different this year. And give yourself permission to shine bright and commit to show up every day and to use those 2 weeks to get as much as you can, to shift as much as you can, to allow yourself to explore and to open up and commit to it and give yourself permission for the sole purpose of only shining brighter, just even if a little bit this summer. Don't put yourself under pressure and expectations and attach to a certain outcome or goal. Shine bright this summer, just a little bit more. If you want to take me up on this invitation, if you want to make that decision and if you are committed to show up every day, regardless if it's live or on the replay, comment just one word and just put shine in the comment section. Just put shine, shine, nothing else. If you are committed and you're deciding to it, give yourself permission to shine and put it in the comment section. And what that also does, energy follows attention. That's one of the most foundational, most basic, and most powerful laws when it comes to energy. What you put your energy on, what you focus on is what you put your energy on, and that's what you create more in your life. That, of course, happens consciously and also unconsciously. Okay, so who's shining with me this summer? Fiona, Leah, Valerie, Carrie. Hi, fantastic. So if you are giving yourself permission to shine this summer, put it in the comment section. Tina is shining. Okay, good. Keep it going. Keep it going. And really take a moment. Everything is energy. Take a moment right now. Take a breath. If you want, you can even close your eyes unless you're driving. Don't do that then, or stop your car. Get rid of any distractions. Let this be your time. Let this be your moment. Put yourself first. Be the most important person right now in your life. Put all the distractions aside and take a nice deep breath and close your eyes. Robin is here to shine. 2 Robins in a row to shine. Love it. Holly, good morning. Gail, shine. Linda, shining. Fantastic. Love you guys. So take a nice deep breath. Close your eyes and imagine for a moment you're dropping in and you tune in to that place of you that desires freedom, joy, shining, that wants to be in the world, that has the sense of there's more. And internally, say it like, I'm committed to show up and to shine brighter this summer. You can use your own words, but make an inner commitment. Let it be. Tap into your body, tap into your energy. And take another breath. Take another deep breath. And let the energy drop in. And I also want to invite you to trust that even though you might not know what you're doing, that simply by being here right now in this energy that I create the container for you, and if you show up every day and you tap into the frequency that I'm creating, that you will shift just by participating and taking action and continuing the journey. So I'm excited that you are joining the journey with me. Let it be a journey for 2 weeks. Fantastic. Take another breath. Okay, good. So what is energy-based inner work? Why is it important to you? What does it actually mean? And why should you listen to me? Right? Good questions, right? So I want to start very basic. And energy is everything. Every thought, every emotion, everything basically has a frequency, radiates something, radiates, and I don't come up with the word right now in English, attracts, you know? So you are basically like an antenna. Every one of us is an energy being. And therefore, you react and you're sensitive to energy if you are consciously aware of it or not. So the first thing for you to realize is, regardless if you believe or know or whatever, is like you react to it in some ways. And you might know this. You might have experienced that you go into a room and there's a lot of people and suddenly you feel a certain way. Or you are with someone particular and you feel suddenly your mood is changing. Or you are with someone and you feel uplifted. Like it's because you tap into a certain energy frequency, a dynamic is happening and something is in you is reacting to it. So you are very powerful in a sense of when you learn about your own energy and how to shift it, that you can influence not only how you feel internally, but also what you create on the outside. Okay? Let me know if this makes sense, guys, and if you have any questions. Amanda is here too. Okay, fantastic. And if you are committed to shine this summer, just a little bit more, and if you are tapping into this journey, write shine into the comment section. Remember, put it, take action, do something. Not only internally. I tell you, anything that if you want to really move something, deep transformation takes time and takes action. So every little thing you do creates an impact in your life. So even as simple and tiny as to write the word shine in the comment section is leading you already into a certain direction. Okay, good. When it comes to energy, an energy-based inner work means that you are not only going in and resolve the beliefs that you have, you face the fears and you reprogram certain things, you learn how to set boundaries, you rebuild your confidence. And this is a super important part. However, the 4 steps in that process that I teach and I walk people through goes beyond that, because that might be also where you get stuck. So you want to resolve, you want to go in, and then you also want to reconnect to who you really are, to a higher frequency. I call it often the soul. You want to reconnect to the soul. And then the next step is actually not only reconnecting the soul, is to bring it in again. What does that mean? And I will go in detail through these things in the next 2 weeks. I want to just give you a rough overview so that you have an idea what's coming. And then the 3rd step is to really bring it in. And even that is not enough if you want to bring it out in the world. So it's really a process of looking in, going up, bringing it down, and bringing it out as a very rough overview. And that is the complete cycle to combine what you learn and to live your most authentic self, your soul living in alignment with your soul, and also what does that mean, right? So this and much more will come. And I'm going to also always take a few minutes for Q&A. And I want to really emphasize how precious that time is, or any question you have, because everybody has questions. So if you have a burning question, there's something you want to know, use the opportunity, because even if I don't answer it live here right now, or if you are on the replay, if you leave your question, I will come back later or the next day, and I will give you personalized coaching, feedback. So this is priceless. Do it. Okay, good. And to close this up today for the practicals and logistics, you can also win a prize. And here's what you get to do to win it. And this is the only day that you can get that prize, even if you're watching the replay, because you get the prize if you show up every day live for the next 2 weeks. And if you think, oh, Sonia, that's not fair, I have to work, I cannot show up live, I totally get it. I totally get it. And at the same time, I want to incentivize, and really, this is such a special prize. It's for someone who's so committed to making it live every day and to really make a change in their lives. And if you do this, watching the replay, I will give you another prize too. I won't tell what it is, and it's not going to be the same though. But I will give you something special, because I want to reward anyone that is committed and is going to show up for the next 14 days, Monday through Friday. So, and what you get to do to join the contest right now, the only thing I will tell you every day what you get to do, but the only thing you need to do right now to get into the contest is you write into the comment section, I'm in. That's it. I'm in. Regardless if you're watching live or if you're watching the replay, you say, I'm in, and you are going to be put into the contest. Okay, do that now. And if you have any questions, put them now, because I'm going to take a couple of minutes of going through your questions, regardless if they're logistic questions, questions about energy work, questions about what's coming. Today is the first day. So it's more a little bit of creating a foundation, creating the energy, and giving you an overview, and setting you up to shine brighter this summer. Okay, I'm in. Fantastic. The ones who want to shine are also all in. Okay, love it. Love it. Who else is in? And if you're watching the replay, put in, I'm in. It's still going to be valid. I'm in. Okay. Dorleen, Tina, Emily, Leah, Manuela, Carrie, love it, love it. Do you guys have any questions? And while because it always takes a minute, wait for your questions. Let me share with you one other thing. Amanda, Linda, I'm in. Some days live, some on the replay. Yeah, good. Okay. And again, it doesn't matter if you are not able to join live. It's more about the commitment to watch the replay the same day so that you are stay consistent and you are joining the journey. It's okay not to be able to join live. Totally, totally okay. And you're going to get this same energy vibe. It's just, joining live, it gives also a little bit of more excitement and you can communicate with me live one-on-one. Amanda is in. Okay, so Alyssa has a question and she's already committed to in and committed to shine. And of course I know because I work with her and she's amazing. Okay, so what do you do? What do you do? The resistant thoughts that pop up frequently for me, just observe and let them pass. Okay, so the question is what to do when you have resistant thoughts. And it could be anything. Resistant thoughts is a very broad thing right now. But I would just say the question is, what do I do when I feel too much resistance to do something? I would just guess that's what you mean. And the first thing, and this is super important, you can apply this to everything, and I'm not saying it's easy, however, the resistance or the resistant thoughts itself is not necessarily the biggest problem. It's your judgment about it and your resistance to the resistance. Okay? And then, so what to do in the moment you recognize that, because you have the awareness already, and everyone who's watching it, you can use that same answer, the question for your own. The first thing you want to do is to take a breath. And why do you want to do that? Because the breath is the first and easiest way for you to come into a more present state. Because you want to detach from being resistant to that thought. So you want to take a breath. And Alyssa, for you that I know have been working with me, and this is maybe a little bit more advanced, but I will talk about this within the next 2 weeks, and I will teach you this as well. But take a breath, come back to presence, bring your energy back in, and tune up to your upper third eye so that you correct up, so that you unhook from that. Okay? I hope this is helpful. Okay, what else do we have here? You just put me in an immediate meditation with shining. Fantastic. You see, it's already working. I love it, Robin. Thank you for sharing. Marie, what to do when you are with a friend who, despite her generosity and kindness, is negative in nature, leads you down? Okay, so what I'm hearing you asking, and I get this question quite often, is how do you deal with being around people that you feel have a negative energy or kind of bring you down? Yeah, if that's correct, let me know. And Alyssa says, yes, yes, yes. Okay, great. Great question. And I did actually, Marie, my last Soul Infused Monday show was about how to let go of toxic energy or how to deal with toxic energy. So you want to watch that show because it will give you even more detailed answer. But the question, what do you do? As first of all, get into the mindset and realization that no one brings you down. No one else does it. It's something that shifts within you. So you are not a victim of it, you are the creator of it. So you can, just by having that attitude shift in mindset to see, okay, what am I doing that when I'm with this person, my energy goes down? It's such a difference between, oh, this person is bringing me down, so I give my power away, I'm kind of helpless, versus you take a breath, you take it deeper, and you ask yourself, what in me allows her to bring me down? Does that make sense, Marie? Let me know. And then also, and that takes more time, however, you learn how to shift your energy in a way that you set healthy boundaries. And worse, like and you communicate in a way so that you help her to shift versus you going down. And lastly, if nothing else helps and this person is just foundationally negative and has no interest whatsoever in choosing a different path, maybe it's time to let go of that person. I hope this helps. So that very different answers depending on where you are and what the specific issue is. But I hope this was helpful. Yes, Marie says yes. Okay, I will watch it. I missed it. Okay, good. Sonia, I really needed this. Oh, you're so welcome. So happy that you're here, Robin. Yes, very helpful. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this up for today for our day number 1, Soul Infused Summer. If this was valuable to you, please share it with any person in your life that you care for, that you know might need this information and what's coming up to shine brighter this summer. Allow yourself, give yourself permission to shine bright and come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow where I'm going to dive deep into the first step of that energy-based work process and what it means to go in. So if you have any other questions, leave a comment below. I'm going to look at it later. I wish you a fantastic rest of your day. And if you don't do anything else today, just stop a few times to take a breath and to connect to yourself. Much love. And I'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time for another episode of Soul Infused Monday. Much love. Okay, I said I'm just wrapping it up, but I just got one last question and I'm going to answer it because I'm here and I can. Carrie has a question. I tend to pick up on energy shifts from others that I interpret, I'm not English, so as something I said triggered him or something is bothering him. How do I handle when he doesn't acknowledge the change or what to talk about it? Okay, last question I'm answering, great question. Basically what it says, okay, number one thing I'm going to say about this, and everybody can use this is a gem for everyone. Don't assume what other people think or why something happened for the other person. Don't assume, because 9 of 10 times we're wrong, because we don't really know what's going on in them. What I also feel is that, again, what I said to Marie, don't focus too much on him and then he has to change or acknowledge or anything. Use this moment to work on yourself and use to find out what's going on in me. Why am I triggered by him reacting this way? And how can I shift my energy to do it differently? So first of all, empower yourself. Second of all, don't assume because you don't really know. And let me go back to the question. Yeah, how do I handle when he doesn't acknowledge the change or want to talk about it? Great. Okay, if he doesn't want to talk about it, if he doesn't want to acknowledge that, you get to respect that, number one. And because that's painful sometimes, because we want to connect, we want to resolve things, you get to deal with that as well. So you want to take care of the hurt, of the disappointment, of being right, whatever's going on, you want to take care of that. You want to take responsibility. And once you've done that, then you can actually come back to it. And when you come from a place of authenticity and vulnerability, without blame and judgment and demanding and wanting something, the other person will be much more open. Let me know if this question is, if the answer was helpful and this is what you, and if you have more questions around it, just send me a message. I'm happy to connect with you. Okay, now I'm going to wrap it up. I love you guys. You being here made a difference for you, for me, and for everyone. And remember, if you want to join the contest, say I'm in. If you want to shine bright, say shine and come back tomorrow. Much love.